So that is my project for today. So I got my little rotary tool to be able to cut if I need to. I was able to get a spare one because I do not want to be able to break my, if I break something, I don't want it to be the one that's in the car right now. So I'm gonna investigate how to take it apart. But in the meantime, I bought a spare one on eBay, and I was able to figure it out to take this out. It just pops out. It's nothing too complicated. It just usually comes off just like that. So don't be afraid of taking it out if you're looking to add additional buttons into here and mount them into your center dashboard. So it should be fairly easy. The only problem is going to be that you're going to have to figure out a way to get the wires out of here, because when you take this apart, they've created an entire motherboard for all the features, so I guess to program the different buttons that you can get added to your vehicle from the factory. Now mine came only coded for sport and traction control, so these buttons are disabled. But my problem is that if I want to wire this in here, I can't necessarily cut through this because I don't know what mechanisms or what chip or any of this stuff does, and I don't want to ruin the functionality of the buttons that do work on my vehicle. So I'm going to find a way to cut in here or here using a rotary tool of some sort, and to be able to mount this in here. Now I've taken this apart already, and the goal is to be able to get this mounted in here somehow. But this thing right here is too wide, so it's not going to fit. So I'm gonna have to cut and be able to mount it, and still have to figure out how to get this cable to come off the side or this side without affecting the functionality of this mechanism right here. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So follow me through this project. I hope it helps and gives you some guidance, and maybe adding some other buttons for other things that you might want to do in your vehicle. So let's do it. First thing I'm gonna do is gonna try to file down this little part right here, because that's gonna get in the way of me being able to put that here through there. This button is too narrow and this is too wide. So we're gonna try to file this down and see where that goes. So wish me luck. Oh, just to be near it, I need to hear it. Just to be near it, I need to just to be near it. I need to hear it, I need to survive. Perfect. So this should give me enough room to be able to mount this in here. So we're making progress. We want to be able to slide this in here to where it can come to the other side and align evenly, but I'm going to have to make a little bit of space in here, or make a cut here and here so we can slide this in and hold it in place. So we'll see how that goes. So it looks like in order to fit this through here, we're gonna have to aim this to the side. So we're gonna open this whole thing, because once we put this in here, we're not gonna be able to use the bottom part. So it's gotta come out through here. So we're just gonna have to keep cutting and go from there. There. So that should give us enough room to at least test fit it. Oops, I'm dropping everything. There we go. So that's the idea. So now I'm gonna have to close this and make the buttons come out of there. So it looks like we're making progress. I'm just gonna have to figure out this business over here once I figure out the buttons. So okay, so the idea is to kind of align this so the buttons come out. There's no really easy way to go at it than just winging it, kind of eyeballing where the button is, and let's just hope I have good aim. So we only have one chance at this. This will be a good measuring tool, I suppose. That works. So we have success over here. So we just gotta align the button a little bit easier so there's a click every time that we, there you go, that's the one we need. Then we gotta make two holes here to be able to align it with the light. And we're probably going to using this right here to align it. I just don't know which side it's going to. So it's coming together for sure. Alright, there's the lights. And once we reuse this, we should be able to see the lights through that as well. And give it a nice clean look to all of this. Perfect. Then we're gonna cut this right here, right underneath this smart cord. And it should give us right what we need. Now this isn't probably gonna stick together just because we used all the dirt from the Dremel kit, the Dremel. But you get the idea. We can use some adhesive to glue it back in there, and this will go look at that. Perfect. Then we just have to put this together, seal it, and wire it in the car, and we're good to go. So this is going to be my radar detector, and I'm gonna find a way to install other things in here as I start modifying the car. Maybe a pedal, a boost pedal, a pedal boost controller right here, or who knows, but this is the idea. There you go. So here's a final update. So the cable, I had to file it down, the rubber ends around it, and I use the other side instead of this one to be able to get the cable out, simply because there's this indentation right here that will allow me to run the cable through it and not have to worry too much about a fitment. Also, I use the same cable to put it in place, so there's a nice clicking sound in that button. Probably gonna trim this right here to align it evenly to where it doesn't look off, being that this is round and this one is straight, but that'll be towards the end. Then here you just put everything back together, and you put the motherboard back in place, so everything should fit, having an OEM fitment. Very good. Final product before installations, which I'll do tomorrow. Right now I'm too tired.